from as we're going over our cards of the day. All right, this is Wednesday, the day of Mercury. Okay, this is the day of Mercury. Mercury represents communication, and not only does Mercury represents the communication, that's also representing the throat chakra. Okay, and Mercury, I want you to understand that Mercury deals in commerce and Mercury deals in communication with business. All right, and Mercury is the celestial being that communicates with the gods. You heard me. The gods, all of the gods. So if there's something that you're trying to get done, today is a good day to do it. On this day of Mercury, and this Wednesday is a good day to do it because Mercury is in charge of communication, not only with your personal communication, but getting messages to the gods. I think that's a good point and valid point, and it goes into the cards. I pulled from my Flowers from the Dead deck and my personal oracle deck. Okay, so the first card that I'm going to show you is this card, and it came just like this. Okay, that is number 43, and this says cooperation and completion. Okay, so as you can see, you see the dead is representing everything, but there is movement that's moving from everything that you do. And in this bottle is 30. So you see the drink coming out, which represents the water, and we're going into the new moon. All right, so you see all of these things are connected. You see the fish that has been eaten off of, right? And the fish that has been eaten off of is chasing the frog that's going. So you're chasing, basically, cooperation and completion. You're depleting yourself, right? You see the fish, okay? You're depleting yourself. You're not even getting everything that you need. You think you are, but it's ending at a point, and you still chasing something, and you're not giving yourself time to breathe. On this day of communication, you have to give yourself time to breathe. You can't think that you're doing it by doing the same thing over and over again. You have to feel that completion. All right? You have to cooperate with everything that's around you. What's happening around you on this hump day, on this Wednesday? What have you noticed from the past 2 days? Okay, the next card that I'm going to show you is Pharaoh. When Pharaoh comes, Pharaoh represents rules. Pharaoh represents spirituality. Rules, regulation, spirituality. So Pharaoh is saying, what are you living by? What are your personal judication? What is your personal rules, and what rules do you govern yourself accordingly outside of yourself? Are they fitting well with you, or are you like, man, I don't feel like dealing with this today? You know? How can you communicate that? How can you communicate the fact that, you know what, you've been living according to whatever, whomever, whenever, but that's not fitting to who and what you are. You need to do something different. So Pharaoh says, go into the spiritual aspect of yourself and reroute the rules within yourself first. And outside you will begin to see, because you don't have to stand up for it just because it's there. Okay? Remember, cooperation and completion. Number 43, which is foundation and all sides of everything. 3 is the Trinity. 3 is spirit, soul, anime. All sides of the moon. And then we're dealing with Pharaoh, spirituality, rules, and regulation. All right? Happy Wednesday. I'm going to pass this over to my sister now.
Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love. So, yes, as my sister, the goddess, y'all said, it is Wednesday. Wednesday aligned with Mercury. One of the fastest moving planets, which is good for communication, because you think about how communication and the wavelength that communication travels on. It's also a day of travel. So it's a day of travel. It's a day of communication. It's a day of meditation. So I pulled for you from my oracle deck. Oh, before that, I want to tell you some things that you can do on Wednesdays that you can incorporate into your rituals or your witching when you burn an incense today. What type of incense you want to burn. Also, what type of herbs you want to use. So for incense, you're going to do some lavender or some storax. So those are the incense that you want to focus on. If you're meditating today, if you're burning incense today, burn some lavender because it's in direct correlation with the planet Mercury. If you're into your herbs today, maybe drinking some teas today or using your herbs to make potions or anything like that. You're going to use some hazel, some myrtle, and some mulberry. All of those things are in line with Mercury as well. So you want to be in alignment so that you can pull from all the energy around you and all that energy could correlate. So from the first deck I pulled
And
from,
as my sister always says, speak to your herbs.
that's true. Speak to your herbs. Speak to your herbs. Tell them what you need from them. Tell them what their assignment is. Connect with your herbs. Communicate with your herbs. They're listening and they're accepting. And just like you can put your intentions and your energy into things, although these herbs already have an energy and a healing property or whatever property you're using them in, because it's not always healing that you're using your herbs. Sometimes you're using your herbs to do hexing, or sometimes you're using your herbs for love and things like that, which is love can be a healing thing or to attract love. So once you communicate with your herbs, you tell them exactly what you want from them, because you can use one herb in 3 or 4 different settings, even more settings than that. So yes, I'm glad my sister brought that up, because that is a good point. So I'm pulling first from my Love Your Goddess deck, and I pulled the Beautiful Bandit. So, Beautiful Bandit is all about, and the Beautiful Bandit right now is upside down. So, the Beautiful Bandit is all about you, all about realizing who you are, communicating with yourself. You know, self forgiveness is so important. And communication first starts with you. If you're unable to communicate with you, then there's no way anyone else can communicate with you, or you can communicate with anyone else. This is the time that you learn to stand up for yourself. Communication is about standing up for yourself as well. Opening your mouth, being able to say no, being able to tell people exactly what it is you're accepting, exactly what it is. If you don't understand something, stop just agreeing to it. Now is that moment. Stop just agreeing to things that you don't really want to agree to or that you don't understand. You have to realize it's okay to be exactly who you are. Because in the midst of you trying to not be who you are, someone else is being exactly who they are, living their best life. And it's imperative during this time of communication, because I feel like somebody is having a problem with communication. Somebody is going through the thing where they feel like they're always saying yes when they need to say no, or they have a desire to say no, but they don't know, they don't have a voice.
Look at this. That's what that was too.
Oh, right there. They don't have a voice. And so, you know, you feel like you don't have a voice, no one ever listens to you, or you don't know how to use your voice. So for today's assignment, practice, if you're feeling the urge to say no, say no. Without taking it back, without feeling sorrow, the answer is no. Even if you're saying no to yourself, if you feel an urge to say no, or even if you're feeling any urge, do not blurt out things based on what you think someone wants to hear today. Today is the day of you. Everything that you communicate needs to come from you. Mercury is also connected with the crown chakra. And like my sister said, the throat chakra. Today in your communication, we have some thinking going on and we have some speaking going on. Communicate with you first before you open your mouth to speak.
Good stuff.
Then we have the Ten of Cups. This is all about transformation. This shows you a process of transformation. So, from even the card here to the cards that my sister pulled, now we come down to the transformation card. How do you gain transformation? And within communication is always transformation when you learn to communicate the right way. But how do you go about your transformation? It shows you that transformation is on the way, and transformation can be a great, wonderful thing if you allow it and understand that you deserve it. So today, some people are going to feel a change, a shift in energy. And, you know, sometimes a shift in energy doesn't feel that good until you go over it. So some changes or transformations may include someone walking away. It may include you losing a job. It may include some things like that happening, because the transformation may be greater, but the only problem is that Something was in your way all the time that needed to be moved. So, transformation, oh, what a beautiful thing if you allow it. Do not fear transformations. Do not fear changes that's coming, even if they don't feel like what you want them to feel like. Sometimes shit got to be moved out your life so that you can move past it and move on to better things. So, what better day today than today to see it happening? When something happens today, you should be on guard because you've already heard this from Enchantress when we talked about it today with your cards of the day. So you should be on guard, ready to receive, ready to do your things. You know what we told you to do. You have your assignments. Learn to say no. Communicate based on what you feel is right for you, not for somebody else alone.
Yes, that is absolutely wonderful. And this is all a part of in dealing with this day of Mercury. Okay? See, Mercury can be looked at as the ego.
Hmm.
Because Mercury is saying, Mercury communicates to Mercury is even in communication with those gods and those planets that they basically don't get along with. So that means that you're speaking whatever is on you, saying what you need to say. Like these are in the cards. My sister said your assignment is to say no. Don't blurt out an answer just to make somebody feel good. We started talking about cooperation and completion. Who are you? What are you trying to cooperate with? For what? See how the fish is being eaten up because you not getting your inside energetic force is eating from the inside of you because you going alone. See, Mercury comes to say stand up for what you want. Stand up for yourself. And then that's applied, Pharaoh says, spiritually. What rules?
Hmm.
Who is ruling you? And she said the transformation will happen. Isn't that something? And look at that blue throat chakra.
That goes in correlation with Mercury.
And it goes into correlation with Mercury. Look at that.
Mercury is a planet that brings up out of you. So usually on this day, you start to see things that come up out of you that you need to tap on. Mercury don't play no games. They say, hey, you walk around like you all willy-nilly. Look at this. And you like, what the heck? Where did that come from? That's Mercury. Mercury pulls it out of you so you can deal with it. This was such a great spread for today. And when me and my sister energy come together, it always aligns. We don't try to do this and make this up. This is how the cards come for you during the day. We are really serious about this. And we appreciate giving this help out to y'all. I love, 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 love divination. I love connection and feeling and reading energies. So yes.
Remember, if you would like a reading from us, you have the information down below to let us know that you would like a reading. Please subscribe and like this video so that you can get your cards of the day, okay?
Give it a thumbs up.
Give it a thumbs up and let us know that you're receiving and you're liking it. Leave in the comments if you want us, because we're going to be doing more. We have our spell of the week still to come. That'll probably come. We'll see. It might come tomorrow, but we'll see exactly what's going on. But our spell of the week is coming up, and you know what? You never know what that is, but I hope you're ready. But just keep in mind as we're approaching this Valentine's Day, exactly what Valentine's Day is and what exactly you want to attract in your life. Thank you so much for being a part of our cards of the day from Enchantress. And this is indeed your Oracle Enchantress, Jaja, and your shamanic infinite goddess, Imani Infinity. Peace, power, love, and darkness. Stay enchanted.
Yes. Peace, power, love, and darkness.